And keep this in mind, people. This video is also going to be recorded on the YouTube page. I welcome you to the We Ride for a Cure page. This is William Surf Rouse. And if you didn't have anything else to do, I hope that this video will inspire you to reach your highest self. I speak a lot around this time because I'm usually up, writing, putting things together. So I am playing my 396, 528, 639 Hertz, raising self-esteem and confidence. And this video is for the intended purpose of edutainment. While I'm making these videos, I will do my best to try to give a certain time where I will be making these videos, and I hope you all are inspired. It's about 10 minutes before 1 o'clock in the morning here in Chicago. If you've seen the title of this video, then you all know that where I'm about to go with this. This is dedicated to anyone that has suffered from cancer, that have gone from stage 1 to stage 4, and you're worried, you're scared, you don't know what you're going to go through. I myself been to my personal elder, Chris Williams, who is the man that I bear witness. He is the reason why I'm alive today. And I was able to share my story, which reached over 8.5 million views as of now. And if you all would give me the time to tell you all what happened to me in 2014 and the things that I used to get me to where I'm at right now, I hope somebody will be inspired and that you will share this video, because I want to save some lives today. I want to be an inspiration today. I don't want to be a con artist, meaning that I'm not trying to sell you all anything. I'm not trying to make you feel good and then at the end of this video I'm going to sell a product. I do have products, but that's not what this video is about. Do you love you? I'm going to ask that question again. Do you love you? I realized that there were things that I didn't understand about myself. Insecurity. That insecurity didn't come from me not feeling confident about myself, but the insecurity came in when I was trying to impress people, trying to live up to other people's standards, and it almost killed me. It almost cost me my life. I seen a technique that Dick Gregory, rest in the essence, said, and my elder said these things when I first told him what I had. Fear and God don't occupy the same space. Choose sides. I'm going to repeat that again. Fear and God don't occupy the same space. Choose sides. Right now, if you are a woman and you are of this hue, they have told you that you are only for entertainment purposes. You are only good when you are twerking and shaking your butt. They're a person that only can give birth to children or kids that will never be productive in order for them to make money off of your flesh. They told our men that the only thing that we were good for is playing football, playing some type of sports, singing, and killing ourselves in the ring, only for their benefit. I'm telling you right now, if it were not for you, this world would not exist. You are the Alpha and you are the Omega of the world. And once you see your value, once you recognize how powerful you are, once you realize that without the man and without the woman of this hue, this planet does not exist. You will never put your hands on another person like you out of hate. You will never pull out a gun. You will never pull out a weapon and try to harm another person that looks like you. Because you, male and female of this hue, you are the epitome of what love is. To move on with her life, separate from me, and then after I got cancer, less than 2.5 weeks later, she wanted to file for divorce. It was the worst thing at that time period in my life. I felt called a man. I was so depressed. At that moment in my life, I had walked away from an apartment. That's a train in the background, I'm sorry. People try to brace the train, they're gonna pump that horn over and over and over again. It's irritating. I walked away from an apartment that I could have afforded. I could afford it because I had a dream gig in a city, in a state that I really wanted to be at. And that was in Florida. I love Florida. And all I saw was the opportunity to start over again. Now, I'm not going to get into full detail of what happened that caused the separation. But what I will say is, now that I can honestly take a breather and look at what happened, if you follow me at the end of this video, I'm going to explain to you all everything. I had to move in with a good friend of mine. 2 years later, though I was doing a lot better, I had a scare because I ate some food that was not cooked all the way, and still dealing with cancer symptoms, though I was in a lot better shape, a lot better health. Being that I ate something that was not cooked all the way almost took me out. And I got to see the worst in people during that time period. I gained it all back due to a regimen my elder gave me. I'm working out. I'm in the best shape. I'm making money. I got a chance to before everything in my life turned around for the better. I'm back in the hospital. This time, instead of being 5 days in the hospital, not once, but twice. The third time I was in the hospital for 10 days. And that same incident, the same day that me and my ex-wife separated, again, another incident on the same day 2 years later. Now I'm in the hospital for 10 days. I lost 40 pounds in 3 of my arm. All that was gone. I was so skinny that I could see the bone in my face. I could see the bone structure in my collarbone. I could see my ribs. I was the exact same weight as my father before he died of esophageal cancer. And all that I can think about is, why am I still alive? Why won't you just take me out? Nobody loves me. You don't even love me. You won't even give me a chance to start over. How many more times do I got to go through this? And yet, I'm still here. It bothers me to talk about this. Seeing my sister clean me because I had to wear a colostomy bag. I'm the oldest of my family, and now my sister has to clean me because I can't do it. I was doing 300 push-ups a day, walking 2 miles, running. I'm in the best shape of my life after this scare. Now I'm in a bed, I can barely move. Every time I get up, it hurts. I couldn't keep food in my stomach because I got a 3-inch hole right here because I'm wearing a bag. And 4 years old. I went from living in an apartment with my now ex-wife and her mother, my mother-in-law, working a gig, self-employed, to now I'm living in my sister's house, can barely move, and I love my family. But at this age, it's literally wiping me like I'm a baby. At 44 years old. And now, I'm living in my sister's house. And I looked at my sister and I said to my sister Tiffany, why am I still here? That was the hardest moment of dealing with this. And dealing with the woman that you were married to for 7 years. And she's moved on. And I got to see just how life can throw something at you that you're not ready for. To all of you women that are so anxious to see a man, like Yada tells you all, if he can't do this, he ain't a man. Let me say this to you all. Without that money that he flares off in front of his trophy wife, he wouldn't be the man that you all are watching. If money, cars, a house, you're not even a human being. You're a fake. You're a television commercial. You are a soap opera. You're not real. And yet these ladies think that that's what they expect. That's what we're supposed to do. And I sat here feeling like I'm the lowest piece of crap on earth. And then I got back up and I wrote. I worked on my brand, and I did it, though I had to do it by myself. And I got up every day and I started doing push-ups, but not on the floor, on the wall, until I can get my strength back. A month later, I'm doing 25. I get up to 30. I'm doing leg raises, and that was even harder. I started doing leg raises to the point where, yeah, I was falling down with a hole, not only here, but right here. But I got up. I kept getting up. And I kept telling myself, get through it. Get through it. And I talked to my elder, and we got back on the program. And I started getting back my weight. And I started doing better. And those push-ups got easier. And 3 months later, I go back to Christ Hospital. And the same doctor that was saying, why didn't you do chemo? I told this man, because he kept asking me, why won't I do chemo? And he asked me, put a thumbs up. If you want to know what to say when somebody asks you to do something and you don't want to do it lawfully. That man asked me again to do chemo. I already knew the game. And I told that doctor, look, doc, I tell you what, you beat me doing push-ups, I'll consider doing it. I did push-ups with that man 2 sessions. Then I did one-hand push-ups in front of him. Mind you, I'm still underweight. And then I got up, lifting up through one leg. Got up. Everybody in that hospital that watched that was laughing, including the security. I told the doctor, I got this. The point that I'm making here is, you may go through something, but you're going to get through it if you believe in yourself. I listen to people like Andre Taylor, who said these words that I still say today. Everything breaks down to values. And if Andre sees this video, you already know where I'm going with this. Everything breaks down to values. And that's where I want to start at. I know I took forever. I've been on it for 17 minutes. You got to value yourself so much that you can be in the worst condition in your life. But that value that you have here is going to push you through, and ain't nothing and nobody going to stop you from reaching your goal. I did a video 2.5 years later. I'm now a year cancer free. March 15th, 2017. I go in, they take a look at me, Dr. Mike, and that doctor said, and I quote, if you do chemo, you really don't need it. You're at 3%. You really don't need it. 1 year cancer free. I did my anniversary party. I recorded it. I wanted people to know you could beat it. I got my weight back. I'm still wearing this colostomy bag, but I got through it. I went to work every day. And after an incident that happened between me and my ex-wife at the hospital, I didn't talk to her for almost 6 months. But I got through it. After that year, I started slowly running because from that emergency surgery in 2016, I lost all feeling between my waist and my knees. But I still got up. If you can imagine running without feeling the muscles in your legs, that's what I went through. I couldn't get I couldn't feel the energy, but I got through it. Me being a tattoo artist, I would take my tattoo gun and I would hit certain nerves just to wake me up till I went to an acupuncture treatment and I started feeling my legs again. This stuff worked, but I didn't quit. 2019 in April, I made it through 2 years being cancer free. I went to a place called CultureConnections360.com and I talked about the benefits of soursop. And I talked about a regimen that my elder gave me. And I did a small video because a lady was interested in soursop, and I did my story. That story is almost 8.5 million views worldwide. I've helped 15 people recover, teaching them what I know. And they didn't have to break their pockets doing it. Before I knew it, I was a celebrity on TikTok, and that's how y'all know me. Now this is my second We Ride for a Cure page on TikTok. I took the other one down because I was having too much controversy with TikTok, and they know it. But I had over 30,000 followers. At night, I would do small videos, and I would do little mini videos, and I would go in and go in and go in. Unfortunately, I didn't understand the rigmarole, and unfortunately, they took me off, they shut me down, etc. But I kept going. I had my first client in 2021. In 2022, I took him in as a client. 2022, in February, this brother was 113 pounds. He was skin and bones. I got him on a regimen. My first client, his name is Keith. I studied everything he was going through. February of 2022, he was in the hospital. By April of 2022, his ex-wife, who still works with him, still keeps up with him because they have children together, she calls me and she sends me pictures of his scans. Difficulty of having lung cancer, his lungs are 80% clean. He went from 113 pounds to 135 pounds in 2 months because of the regimen and what we told him to do. The man went from being bedridden, could barely walk, to actually sending me a video of him riding his motorcycle in April. He's still alive today. And as of 2 months ago, all of those symptoms of cancer no longer is in his body. He stayed on the regimen. This is 2025. I told the brother, this is going to be a 3-year journey. But you gotta keep up with the regimen, because you're not gonna go back to the regular way that you were living. That is what I teach all of my clients. But you gotta love you first. How much do you love you? How much do you love seeing you at your greatest moment in your life? And that was a reminder, if I can help them, why am I not helping myself? Why am I allowing this divorce to bother me so much? Why am I allowing the things that unfortunately I can't get right bother me so much, when at the end of the day, I asked for this. I asked for everything to happen. I just didn't ask exactly how I wanted it to happen. And when I realized that, thanks to my brother Andre Taylor, when he says, when you want something and you get it, you gotta ask yourself, did you really want what you asked for? I was angry, I was upset, I was mad at everything. But I had to remember, this is what I asked for. And I learned this. Everybody's life is a book that you can learn from. But you gotta be willing to learn the lesson. That's why I never went off when I could have. Because at the end of all of this, I asked for this. And that goes back to, how much do you love you? Do you love you enough to say to yourself, problems, and we're going to work them out? And that's why I always tell people, when you go through this journey, everybody, you got to keep notes. If you don't keep notes, you're not going to know how far you have come. If you don't keep notes, if you don't know where you came from, how far you come. I know this works. As I'm talking to you all, I have been blessed for 2 years to be in an apartment that took me 8 years to get. You know why it took 8 years to get? Because I was holding on to things in the past. And when I finally let it go and I moved on, I got blessed by way of my cousin who found this place for me, and I was able to get it. And I've been here for 2 years, and I ain't had a problem. I have not been late paying any of my bills. I have done so well, thankfully, that I can honestly say that I pushed myself and I said, I am going to have my bills paid at least 2 months ahead of time. And I made myself do that. I made myself do that. I made myself do that by saying, no fear. No fear. Get it done. No fear. Get it done. Ain't nothing and nobody gonna stop me from getting what I want. And I stayed on that path. I refused to be as sick as I was. Not because I was eating wrong, not because I was on any drugs. I got cancer because I got so depressed about a relationship. Not because I was doing drugs, I was eating the wrong foods. No. I got cancer because I stressed myself out so bad about someone that no longer wanted to be in my life, that I forgot at some point, you got to let go and let God. I hope y'all hear what I'm saying. I literally got cancer because I got off the cells to create the cancer. I had one polyp. One polyp. Not like 5 or 6 or 9 like some people have. I had one polyp that turned cancerous because I was so heartbroken. That I allowed myself to almost die. And then the second time that I got hospitalized was for the same reason. I'm working my butt off. I'm beginning to see my brand, We Ride Biker for Life by Rael, the first African or black biker artist in the world. That people are going to like what I'm doing. And I worked so hard that my elder was checking up on me because he knew that I wasn't doing something right according to the regimen. And I ended up being hospitalized a second time. Now, because I'm on YouTube, I did a video about this. I will not explain to you all exactly what he said because I don't want to get flagged. But what I will say was that I was doing my regimen incorrectly. And when I realized what I was doing wrong, and my elder explained to me the reason why I had you doing this process is because when you are destroying radical cells, you have to do it within a 3 and 4 hour time period every day. And once your body adjusts to that system, it begins to repair itself. And as I began to do that, after I got out the hospital in March of 2015, I ended up seeing 21 days later exactly what he was waiting for me to tell him was coming out of my system. Now, I know I can talk about this on here. I had parasites that came out the size of shoestrings. And when I showed him that, he actually wanted to see a picture of it. The next thing that he said was, "Now, my boy, the healing is about to start." Approximately 4 months later, July of 2015, I went from 162 pounds to 183 pounds solid. I was a lot more solid than where I look like now, but you couldn't tell me nothing. My ex-wife, father, he died from complications of bone cancer before I got a chance to work with him. But when I went to that funeral, she ain't seen me in almost 7 months. But when she saw me walk into that funeral home, she knew I was a totally different person. I was looking way better than I did, and everybody saw it. That's the power of letting God heal you. Now, I'm not going to tell you all that it was an easy road. But what I learned from that experience is I got a book for people to read from, and a manuscript and an instruction manual that if you follow this, you will get back to you. Start loving yourself by telling yourself in the mirror every day. Do it 3 times a day, do it 4 times a day. Do it to where before you even think about it, you're already doing it. I love you. I love you. I love you. Say your name. I love you. I command you to be great. That's my affirmation. I'm giving it to you all. I command you to be great. I command you to be prosperous. I command you to be greater today than you were yesterday. I'll say it again. I command you to be great. I command you to be prosperous. I command you to be greater today than you were yesterday. And you got to say it from here. You know why I'm saying this? Because colon cancer affects you right here in your root chakra. That's your power chakra. That is the first energy source in your body. And when you start speaking from here, from a place of love, that energy becomes a healing force. You got 7 chakras. But when you master this one here, and you stop feeling bad about yourself, and you start taking that anger and that frustration and that sadness and that depression, and you turn you all to start practicing more and more. I don't want you all to look at yourselves with makeup on, with extensions on you, with the eyelashes, with the contacts, with the nails, with none of that. I want you to look at yourself. Take a bath, take a shower, clean yourself off, take all that stuff off of you, and look at yourself and say to yourself right then and there, in your birthday suit, get naked, do whatever you need to do, and look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, I love you, no matter what. You may be overweight. I love you. We gonna get up and we gonna work out. We gonna do some jumping jacks. We gonna walk. We gonna put on one of them bag suits on, and we gonna sweat this out. I love you enough that we ain't gonna eat pancakes and sausage. We gonna get some fruit. We gonna make a smoothie. We gonna drink some water with some lemon, and we're gonna reactivate this body so that it can heal and get this waste off of ourselves. And in 4 months, we're gonna look back and we're gonna say we did a good job. You gotta do it. You can't expect a man to tell you how beautiful you are. But you can't expect a man to sit up here and want you when you don't even love yourself. You gotta be able to say to yourself, I may be overweight. I may have a receding hairline. I may not have the best car in the world. I may be taking a bus to work. I may not have the greatest apartment, house, or whatever. But I love me enough to sit up here and tell you I'm valuable. And I have something to give to the world. Me. Because I'm valuable. And I love me enough to sit up here and face anyone and anybody at any day and any time. Because I'm confident in myself. Because of what I went through. I am an 8-year cancer. Didn't compare to me getting cancer and refining myself and seeing some of the greatest people that I never knew give me so much advice and so much wisdom, and being able to relearn myself and deal with these things and say to anybody anytime, you can say whatever you want about me. Just off of what I went through makes me more valuable than those words you throw at me. You gotta love you. You gotta say to yourself, I love myself. I love you. We got through it. I love you. You gotta say to yourself, man, woman, boy, girl, it was rough, but we got through it. I love you, man. We got this. I love you, man. We got this. It changes the whole vibration. You got to speak to your water. I say this all the time. You got to get your water. You got to start talking to your water. It ain't weird. Water has memory. Y'all know, go to them churches and they put that holy water on you. Well, what do they do with the water? They bless it. How do they bless it? They pray over it. What are you doing when you're praying over it? You're putting affirmations. Are you all getting this message? You got to activate your water. Y'all going to get 5-hour energy drinks and Rippets and all that so that you can wake up. How about getting some lime and putting it in your water and talking to your water and saying, I love me. I love me. I love me. I'm going to get it today. I'm going to be successful today. I love me. I'm going to get up here. I'm going to hit these weights. I'm going to do these push-ups. I'm going to get these abs together. I'm going to get these glutes in order. I'm going to get some muscle tone. I'm going to get C.T. Fletcher. Had a video. Look it up. The 10 Commandments of Bodybuilding. That's where I got my phrase from. And he said, number 1, I talk to my muscles. I tell my muscles, I command you to grow. I command you to grow. This man has a workout that people say is crazy, but it gets maximum results. If you ever seen C.T. Fletcher, after he was bodybuilding, he had the record for the best deadlift, 700 pounds if I'm not mistaken. Did nothing stop that man. That man had a heart attack. He had to have a mechanic heart installed. It went out several times. This man died several times. Had a transplant. It didn't stop him. He still got back up. When he got his heart transplant, this man got up, was trying to run. He fell on his face, blood everywhere. He couldn't even do 10 push-ups. This man was doing 100 push-ups like it was nothing. He got back up. He didn't quit. That's why you're depressed, because you quit on yourself. I got so much work coming in and I'm grateful for. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. And the Most High keep blessing me. And I sit up here and I say, okay, I'm going to take what I got and I'm gonna make the most of it. I can't ride my motorcycle, I can't drive my car, but I'm making money and I'm taking care of my responsibilities. I'm gonna make sure that the money that I make goes to where it needs to go, so that when I get everything in order, the money that I spent, the money that I didn't make, is gonna come back 15, 20 times over, and I'm gonna be in a better place, because everything that I'm doing is worth it, because I am shooting for the bigger picture. I'm shooting for the bigger picture. I'm not looking at the small time. I'm looking at the big time. I'm gonna be in a better place. I'm talking to my water. When I get the money that I need, it's gonna help me relax a lot more. It's gonna help me take care of things months ahead of time. I'm gonna be in a better place. I'm manifesting while I'm talking, and the water recognizes that I'm drinking it when it's done. When I wake up in the morning, I got another $500 worth of work coming in. I got enough work to last me through the whole month of August. And what I'm going to make in the month of August is going to transition to September and October. And I'm going to be able to sit down and get a nice room and go to sleep for 3 days, because I have enough money to take care of everything I need to take care of, because I'm going to be in a better position. And I'm going to date a beautiful woman. And she's going to understand me, because I'm putting that in the world. And I'm going to be at peace. You know why? Because ain't nothing, ain't nobody going to stop me from getting what I want. That's how I survived. That's how I survived. You are putting out these affirmations and you keep doing it consistently, sitting in silence like I had to, and retuning myself into myself. Why are you here? Why are you in this situation? And then let your spirit talk, and it will talk to you. That intuition will come in you. The more you practice this, the better you're going to be. I want y'all to share this energy. I don't want to talk about this, and you giving me likes. I want to talk about this. I knew what I was doing was working. I created a formula that's the equivalent to a natural form of chemotherapy. And my first client took it, and he's still doing good. I had a second client, and his daughter couldn't believe how fast he was recovering. And I'm grateful that my elder taught me how to study this stuff and look into this stuff. And as I'm talking to you, although I'm 53 years old, when I'm fully rested, I look younger outside of the receding hairline. But it works. And there's so many great people right now that are doing the God work, and they're helping people. And that's my story. But you gotta love you first. You gotta get your water. You gotta put love in your water. Shout out to Free As It Is. You gotta put love into it. Love is the highest vibration in the universe. Love and God are the same. God is love. Love is God. They are both the same vibration. God is so powerful that when God cleanses the earth, he cleanses, or he or she, whatever energy you want to call it, your understanding, cleanses the earth by way of snow and rain. If you ever looked at rain and snow under a microscope, it's a perfect 6-point star. That is why the Hebrews use a 6-point star. Not because it's the Star of David. It was a science. It was a vibration. You didn't get the message. You gotta start loving yourself. When you bless your food, what do you bless your food with? Love. You give thanks for it. You activate it. Do that with your water. I'm not just talking, I'm actually activating my water by talking to you all, because this is energy for me as well. Talk to your water and what you want your water to do for you. Talk to you through your water, because the water is a reflection of you, so that it will manifest into what you wish. And when you get that, don't forget, I hope you all learned something, and I hope you all liked what you heard. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe here too. Subscribe to the YouTube channel called We Ride for a Cure. If you just coming on and you like what you heard, go to my YouTube channel tomorrow. The video will download. I hope I was an inspiration to you all. I hope you all like what you heard. Thank you all for the likes. I just want to share this energy with you all. If you all need any consultation with your health, if you all want to try some of my supplements, inbox me. Let me know you're interested. Message me. Message me here on TikTok. I will send a message. Please, if you all are into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, and I got to contact you by way of WhatsApp, you can forget it. There's too many scams going on. If you're not going to sit here and you're going to call me directly and explain this to myself, because it shouldn't cost anybody any money other than the money they invest. You shouldn't have to pay anybody to learn how to do cryptocurrency. You shouldn't have to teach anybody. If they can't sit up here and take you to an actual course that you actually learn, or a book, I would suggest that you don't deal with it. There's enough information on TikTok and on YouTube that you can learn about cryptocurrency and investments. Unless that person is a certified stockbroker, it can show you how to do this properly. If they're doing what they're supposed to do, they don't need your money. Did you hear what I just said? So please don't try to sell me nothing if I don't know you personally, if you don't call me personally, if you don't sit up here and subscribe to my channel, if you don't send me a personal message and explain exactly what you're doing, if you're requiring me to come out of any money for something that I can learn on my own, don't bother reaching out to me. If you're not serious about getting your health together by just saying to yourself that you love yourself every day, if you're not interested in doing a 21-day detox first before you do any harsh anything, because most of the time you guys are sick because you haven't detoxed and your body is tired, it's drained out, and it needs a break from all of the crap that you've been putting in your body, you don't need to call me. I'm here for helping people actually get themselves together. And most of the time, in 4 months, most of your problems are resolved. I know this because after 4 months of working with me, when I teach you what I know, you don't need me no more. The most that anybody has spent using my services is $1,200. And that was for the full package. Most of my packages ain't even $100. And it'll last you a month, and sometimes I add an extra month in there so that you can be straight. And most of the time, you will be in better shape. Well, you don't even need me no more. How many herbologists, how many people that's in the health world that's selling a product can guarantee you that after working with them for 4 months, you don't need them no more? You'll know what to do. That's why I stand behind what I say. And when was the last time you heard somebody say that? I'll wait. I'm done. I appreciate you all watching for the last 48 minutes. We've been almost on for an hour. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, We Ride for a Cure. And for my biker family, go to my We Ride Biker for Life, the series. Type it up on YouTube, We Ride Biker for Life, the series. We Ride Biker for Life, the series. If you want to see my motorcycle show, I'm the first black biker artist in the world. I document biker stories. I paint them. Website hopefully be coming soon. All right, I'm done. You guys be safe. I appreciate you all watching. I hope you like what you learned. Hope you like what you watch. Let me I command you to be great. I command you to be prosperous. I command you to be greater today than you were yesterday. Till next time, I'll try to do another one tomorrow. I got a lot of work and I'm grateful for it. Got some more work coming in. It's time to make the healthy donuts. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Or good morning.